It's Tuesday, December 4th. Welcome to Pastor Bob Daily. There's a growing trend, at least I've seen it a lot this week especially, where Christians are standing up and saying, we need to be stronger. If you're going to be called a Christian, then do it. Stand up for what you believe. Be a stronger Christian. Don't be weak, be forceful. And we take great pride in the fact that, we need to stand for what we believe, and that's true. That we need to be a better Christian, and all of us would love to do that. But folks, I'm afraid that process doesn't work. Let me explain. I found in my life, after being a Christian now for 55 years, that trying really hard to be a Christian only sets me up for failure. It's true. If I have a certain sin that I'm trying to get rid of, it seems like the more I concentrate on it, the worse it gets. When I try to be a quote-unquote good Christian, it seems like the more I try, the more I fail. Why is that? And it's true. You go through the same thing. Why? Because you can't do it. Now let me let you in on a little secret. God knows that the Christian life is impossible. You see, Pastor Bob, that's really a pretty huge statement. Isn't that blasphemous? And the answer is no. It's not new news. It's old news for him. You see, the reason that he sent Jesus Christ to die on the cross for you and me is because he knew we couldn't do it. We're not perfect. It's impossible to live the Christian life according to the Bible. It's impossible. You haven't done a very good job of it, have you? I haven't either. And that's why Jesus came, to make it possible. Not that we'd be perfect, but that we'd be forgiven. Not that we could be disciplined enough to change, but that we could surrender and his power would flow in me. So you see, it's not a matter of me trying to be a better Christian and me being militant about doing all the right things. It's really about surrendering to Christ inside of me, the Holy Spirit, and allowing him to work. And folks, that's when it gets exciting, because that's when it works. Now, we've talked about some things this year that I hope have been life-changing for you. One of the biggest ones that we talk about over and over again, and I'm going to keep talking about it because it is the key. John 7:37-39, when it says that from our inmost being flows rivers of living water, speaking about the Holy Spirit. Deeper than your discipline, deeper than your frustrations, deeper than your righteousness, deeper than your frustrations, your joy, anything. Deeper than everything in your innermost being is the Holy Spirit. And he works from the inside out. You have to know that, because inside of you are the answers. Inside of you is the power. The Holy Spirit has what you need to live the Christian life. Now, that doesn't happen just by disciplining yourself, because then you don't use the Holy Spirit. Then you use all of those other things that aren't as deep. When you surrender to the Holy Spirit, he begins to work through your feelings, your emotions, your resolve. All of those things that you struggle with, he begins to work, because his power is made perfect in my weakness. That's the reason. So folks, as we try to be a good Christian, would you remember that it isn't possible, and God knows it? That's why Jesus died on the cross, and that's why he gave you the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit inside of you makes all kinds of great things possible. You need to know that, and you need to live that. If you're living a life of confusion, depression, frustration, if everything irritates you, if you find yourself going in these kinds of cycles, and many of you are, then you're not taking advantage of what God promised you and what He's already given you. You don't have to pray for the Holy Spirit to come in if you're a Christian. You simply pray that God will allow you to see those areas of your life that you're not allowing Him to work. And I hope this continues to be encouraging to you folks as you let go and let God. God bless you. Have a great day.